Okay, so when you get to wordart.com, you're just going to click on Create Now. You don't need to log in, but if you want to log in, it will allow you to save your stuff. So at some point you can do that. You can choose to use Google to log in if you wish. Over here on the left we have our words. We've got Word, Cloud, and Art, which are the three words it always starts with. Remember, if we press Visualize, that we get all the illustration gets created. So what we're going to do is I would like you to make it choose at least 5 different words that represent things you did in the summer, and we're going to write about that. We're going to create an illustration, a word cloud, and then speech, and then we're going to have you write a paragraph about that. So we're going to put in a few things that we did this summer. So kids took we took an airplane trip, we went to Maui and went to the beach. We also went down to go see grandma. So places you went, people you saw, and other things you did. Try to think of at least 5 words. Okay, so I'll do one more word. There we go. So I've got 5 different words at least. Press Visualize and you can get an idea of how those words all slot into some graphic. Now remember, you can choose to change the color for each one of these. So for the beach, if I don't like whatever color's coming out for it, it's picking a random color right now. So if I want to set it to be red, I can apply it, and then all the words that say beach will be red. Now I'm going to go to Shapes, and I can search for whatever I'm looking for here. You can go by category off to the left here, so you can look for exactly what you're looking for. Let's find one. Transport. Okay, so we took. I'm gonna go ahead and pick this sailboat here. So sailboat, visualize, and you can kind of see how that looks right there. Those are all the words I used. If I want to change the fonts, you can do all of that stuff too. So let's say I picked a different font and I visualize it, and that updates it, and there you go. Another thing you can do is you can change the layout. The horizontal layout is what we have, so the words are just sideways. I like random, so I'm going to choose random and press visualize. And the very last thing I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to style right here, and for the background image I would like to see it a little more pronounced, a little darker, so I can choose to do that so it looks a little more defined right there like that. You can tweak lots of different things. This is color emphasis, so how you can see how that turns out right there. So you can kind of play around with all of these different things, okay? And then press visualize to get it exactly one more time the way you want it to look. Press download, and the way we're going to download this is we're going to use a PNG file. So we're going to download standard PNG. So when you're done, just click on standard PNG, and you'll see it downloads down to here. It gives you the name of the file down here. This is just in your downloads. Okay, so we'll get to that in a minute. But in Google Classroom, you're going to go back to Google Classroom, and then you'll see a button that says Create, and you're basically going to create a Google Doc down at the bottom there. So I'm going to go to just my Google Drive, but you're going to go to Create Google Docs, and it'll make a blank Google Doc when you're in Google Classroom. And then we're going to go to Insert right here, and we're going to insert the image from our computer, and we're going to upload the picture that we just downloaded. So it's automatically going to go to the right spot. So you just need to find what you're looking for. So this is the one I want right there, and there it is. Okay, so click on this, and right now it fills the whole screen, so I'm going to need it not to be quite so big, so make it smaller like that. I can't move it around. Okay, so here's the secret. When you click on it, you have 3 options. One's inline, one's wrap text, which means well, inline means it's just like it gets treated like a character, like a letter or a number. Wrap text means the words will go around it, and then break text means you can totally move it around, but it will disrupt the text a little differently. So let me give you an example. So we're going to write we're going to write a paragraph, I'll just do wrap text, and then I'm going to click, and you can see my cursor's up there. I don't really want the writing up there, I want it below, so I'm going to press enter a few times and you can see it goes to the bottom. So this is where you need to write a paragraph telling me about your summer, your summer, using the ideas or concepts that you used or are used in your word cloud. Okay. Alright, so here I'm going to show you the difference between break text and wrap text. So right now it's wrap text, so if I go down like this, you can see the text wraps around it. If I resize it, you can sort of see how that works. So wrap text is really what we want to use. If we do break text, it actually it breaks paragraphs, sort of. So it's just not useful because it puts a big huge space in there. So we're going to go to wrap text. Okay, so you can put this at the top, in the middle. If you need to click here and press enter a few times until your thing gets your paragraph gets a little lower, that's fine. Another thing you might want to consider doing is clicking on the graphic right there, adding a little border around it. You can change the weight of the border, you can change the style of the border, you can change the color of the border, all those things. If I can't see my paragraph, enter a couple times and then just continue your paragraph and write about your summer using the concepts and ideas that you put into your word cloud. Okay, when you're all done, just close it and then you're going to turn it in Google Docs.